Welcome back everybody and thank you very much for joining me. So today the closed beta launches on PC for Ghost Wars. Now there is a non-disclosure agreement, but thankfully I'm not taking part in that closed beta, so here are my predictions and, well, realistically where I believe our maps are going to be for the Ghost Wars PvP element. Now this is all taken from the first reveal footage. I've basically gone around the map and located where these locations are. Okay, so the first area we've got up is in Koani. Now, there's quite a lot of footage for this area. There's about 20 seconds of footage. Now, this is the first one. This seems pretty open in Kewanee. You think you've got the salt flats there, which from pretty much anywhere, you're going to have a nice clean line of sight. So we can see there's going to be some good old battles around these buildings. People up in the towers, people trying to snipe, people trying to take close quarters. All round, this is going to be quite an interesting area. However, in the footage, it does show that there is an antenna there. And it does pop up in quite a few of these videos. Now, he did say that there is going to be a Recon antenna, so this is what I believe that is, because it's not only this one that we get to see through these videos. Looking around the area, you can see that there's quite a few different locations. There's a few little bases, outposts, checkpoints, all good places really for people to pitch up and hide and get prepared to assault people or take people out as they're coming to take over their antenna. So that's the first location, a pretty straightforward one. But the second one that I've been able to find is in Flor de Oro. This is at the Chuma sawmill. So we get a clip of some guy moving in behind this stack of wood logs. We can see that this is going to be quite a wooded area, a few little openings, quite a good few locations surrounding some little bases. There's some really good different elevation changes as well, so it's going to be a great place to get out and do some sniping, look over your kind of the areas that you're protecting. But as you can see, this seems to be quite a central point on this map. There's loads of areas surrounding it that we could potentially be taking over or holding down, but as a little sneaky spot, as we saw in the video, there seems to be an antenna back there, so this might be a nice sneaky spot up high just to dip over and have a look. There is another spot. There's literally only a couple of seconds of video of this location. We can see here in Rocha, there is the blue house. We've got the water in the background, so it's definitely this location. This is a nice town for us to kind of fight around. But one thing I did notice, it is very close to the wood storage. So I do wonder if this is part of the same map. Fingers crossed, this is the kind of areas and the kind of space and size that we're going to be dealing with. But as you can see, this area is going to be great. There's a great mixture of towns, wooded areas, open areas, the elevation changes all round. This is going to be a great location to try and control. Okay, so moving on to the next area, and of course something that was highlighted in the videos was the Santu building. Now, there's a couple of these darted around the map, but I believe this one in Espiritu Santu, which is a jungly area, is the one that we're going to be fighting around. We get to see in the background of the building that there's all these trees. There's also the cross right next to the building and the statue. So this is definitely where I think the location is going to be at this pilgrim house. Of course, surrounding that area, again, I think these maps are going to be quite big and give us different areas to kind of work around and play with. Also, for us to be able to really kind of hone our strategies and tactics. Each team is going to be different, and how people approach the game is also going to be a very interesting element and change this up quite dramatically. Because when you're playing against real people, we think differently and we try and outsmart the other person. It's not like we're going to be playing against the same old AI, knowing what they're going to do and how they're going to do it. Now, as you can see in this area, I can't really see much with the fog around, but I do think that this might be on the very edge of the map. And we'll be fighting more around Villa Verde and the surrounding sections. However, let's move on to the final map, and the final area is in a quarry. There's only a few snippets. Now, this is located in Barvechos, and if you go down here, it's quite an interesting place to fight, really. Of course, down in the bottom of the quarry is not where you're going to want to be, because for 360 degrees around you, people are going to be able to look down on you. As you can see, actually down in the quarry from one side to another, it's a great kind of battlefield. You've got lots of cover, a few buildings to go through, and it's quite funneled. So I don't know whether this is going to be part of Ghost Wars or if it's taken from another one. If it is part of Ghost Wars, of course, that's going to be a very dangerous place to be in. However, it was in the video, so I did want to, of course, include this in this selection. So anyway, these are my kinds of thoughts on where our maps are going to be for Ghost Wars. Hopefully, these maps do deliver what we're all looking for, and the engagements are tactical and interesting and keep us on our toes, because that's what we like. That's what we want to be doing with PvP. It's what keeps us playing the game. So Ubisoft, very much looking forward to getting into this open beta. Please let us know when this is going to be, because I'm itching. As you can see, that's why I've already gone around the map trying to think, right, let's have a look at these areas. Because intel and map knowledge is half the battle in PvP. So, of course, thank you very much for sticking with me. And until next time, take care.